Hey everyone, it's Norm Farrar, aka the Beard Guy here, and welcome to another Lunch with Norm, the Amazon FBA and e-commerce podcast.
Lunch with Norm.
It's going to be a great episode today. A lot of us, when we're starting out, we don't know what to expect. And today we're bringing on an expert who's gone through it. I've gone through it. And it's the truth behind becoming an Amazon seller. The ups, the downs, everything in between, what to expect. And we're not going to be talking about Lamborghinis and flashing cash. It's exactly what to expect, the resilience that you'll need. Throw out a couple of stats. It's going to be a good episode. And today, not only a good friend, but an incredible entrepreneur, started his world in advertising and now is the co-CEO and MarketWise. And I'm talking about Nir Raveh. So you've seen him. He is a regular listener on the podcast, and he's also an incredible entrepreneur. So we'll get to that in a second. But before we do get started, I just wanted to give a great big thank you. Global Wired Advisors, a leading investment bank focused on optimizing the business sales process. For more information, get in contact with Chris at globalwiredadvisors.com. Where are you, Kelsey?
Here I am.
Are you going to sing a little song?
I should. That should be my little. I should start a little intro song for myself.
Don't do that,
please. We'll leave it up to the Beer Nation to decide.
Okay.
But
okay.
Welcome everyone. It's great to see everyone. I see Sharon is already on.
Oh, great.
That's great. And our Facebook Live in our Facebook group is now working. So finally, the streaming is set up. So yeah, we're back on our Facebook group. That's awesome. Welcome everyone. I'm having some webcam issues, so it's a different angle right now, and I have to kind of like lean over to see my my screen behind me, but bear with me. So yes, welcome to the show, everyone. Smash those like buttons if you haven't already. Also, if you're looking for some great community and just a place where you can talk about the episodes, engage with the other members of the Beard Nation, you can check out our Facebook Live, our Facebook group, Lunch with Norm, Amazon FBA and e-commerce collective. Also, if you're looking for a little extra beard, as we like to say here, we have our Patreon membership. That is our free or our paid membership program that we do guest lessons. We just had a great one with Michael Kurtz with our group, and I think they could attest they got some great value out of it. But we also do just Q&A discussions and bunch of great stuff. So if you're interested, check it out, lunchwithnorm.com, and then there's a paid membership button that you can press on that takes you to all the information. And
right.
Wow, we got a lot of people coming in.
Fantastic. Now, you know what, Kels? I'm going to cut you off for a sec.
Yeah.
Because of the topic today, I see a lot of experienced Amazon sellers. They might be good, bad, or ugly sellers. I don't know. But because you're experienced Amazon sellers, we want to hear some of your stories as well. So as Nir's going on and answering or going through his questions, if you have experiences on Amazon that you could help out, like some experiences that could help a new listener, a new seller, by all means, please engage, and so we can help out anybody who is new to the Amazon world or, might need some help. Okay,
yeah, absolutely.
Back to you.
So, I just want to say, if we'll start off with this question to the audience. What was your biggest struggle that you had with Amazon getting started? Let us know in the comment sections, and we'll see what people are saying. And if you have any questions, throw them over in the comment section, and we'll get started right now. But I think that's it. And
so you took my line, so I'm going to take your line. Smash those like buttons, go over to YouTube, hit the subscribe, ring a bell, do whatever. But, what's something else you say about social media? Oh, I don't know. I'll leave it at that. I had to take your line because you stole mine. Okay, so let's get started. Any questions, throw them over to the right. or into the comments section. Sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, and enjoy the show. Where are you, Nir?
Hello.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm okay, but you just offered extra beard, so I think I do need it.
All right. We'll have a challenge. You start growing, okay, and we'll see what you're looking like. If your wife will allow you.
Let me challenge you quite at the beginning. So you and also Abe said that you will come to Israel. If you will come to Israel, I'm going to have a beard. How about that?
You got it. And I love going to Israel. So hopefully the borders start to open up and flights, and you got it. So if I go, you're going to grow a beard. Love it.
I might switch it with something else that you like.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So Nir, for those of us who may not know who you are, please let us know a bit of your background and what you're doing.
Thank you. So we are friends, but those who know me, I'm the CEO of a company called MarketWise. I am managing the company with my wife, Maya, and which is kind of an interesting story that maybe someday we can speak about, because you also have Kelsey, and its family company is always interesting, or how to cooperate within this ecosystem, let's call it. Anyway, we started our Amazon selling about 12 years ago, and we had our share of success. But when we started, we became an agency because companies came to us, and then we started to have some service. And we grew, and then we have started to work with medium to large companies. And this is basically where we focus our efforts these days. But if you have, I don't know, somebody have an interesting product, which for a small company, we're still interested. MarketWise is offering A to Z services. Basically, it means everything, including PPC and listing management. Quickly jump. When you are dealing with big companies, you have big problems. So something like 6 years ago, we had a new department that we needed to add that deals with appeals. We have discussed it between us a few times about that. But appeals is dealing with sellers' problems, solving them, fixing the problems. I'm also part of the Ecom Cooperative. It's a group of experts that are helping sellers. And I am also part of a group that's called Amazon Nonstop, and I have a weekly Facebook Live. This is basically introduction.
Very good. Great. And while you were talking, I noticed that Sharon Evan, who's been on the podcast a few times, and I did pronounce your name right this time, I think. She said that she has created a video about what we're talking about today too. So, any of the listeners, if you want to get more information, make sure you do check out Sharon's YouTube channel. It's great. She's got tons of videos there. Okay, so let's talk about Amazon. A lot of people go to YouTube, they see these people leaning against Lamborghinis, flashing cash, and they think it's a get rich. Like it's a platform that just oozes gold. Let's put it that way. Yeah. And it can, under certain circumstances, be that way with hard work. But that's not the norm. Let's go into it. First of all, let's talk about statistics. You've got a couple of statistics you were telling me earlier.
Yeah. So in order to prepare for today, I was looking how many sellers there are on Amazon. So the numbers are changing, but more or less, there are about 6.3 million sellers with only 1.5 million active sellers. This year, if we will continue the way we are adding new sellers, we will have almost 700,000 new sellers that will join Amazon until the end of the year. Just for you to understand, it means about 1,860 sellers per day or 77 per hour, which is crazy. However, if there are only 1.5 active sellers, something is happening. It means that they are not continuous. And when we were looking at the numbers, we noticed that I'm afraid of this percentage, but about 80% of them will not continue after the first year. And that was not a good number to look at, because I was trying to see or maybe understand why sellers are quitting in such high numbers. And behind each one of them, there's a dream, there's something he wanted, there's investment. It's life. Maybe not all of them. Sharon, I spoke with Sharon before, and she said, Nir, you need to say not all of them had huge numbers or investment, maybe one product or something, and still most of them there is a dream or at least something that they wanted behind it. So this is basically what I wanted to speak about the fact that selling on Amazon is not easy, and it's not tequila on the beach. Remember that? The one that you saw, everybody is sitting on the beach, enjoying life, and just the numbers are getting, higher and higher. So they are not now. You cannot find the expert that are offering, tequila on the beach, but still we need to understand why the numbers are that high of the companies that quit Amazon after a year.
Yeah, I'm not scared of those numbers, by the way, Nir, because I was privy to some information about a very popular course. And what they told me was the people that bought the course, 75% never logged in.
No, really?
And expensive course, by the way, too. So 75% spent thousands of dollars on a course, and they never logged in.
It's like you have a gym. You have a gym, and you're paying for a gym, but you will never go. So you wonder why you don't lose weight or something.
Well, the other thing too is that when you're looking at it, there's a lot of people who are thinking that Amazon will easily, promote them after they do all this work, and it's not that case. Maybe they're trying to do everything themselves where they don't have the strength to do that. There's a lot of reasons for this, but probably one of the toughest hurdles is just understanding the beast of Amazon. And let's get into that. So let's start talking about like some of the main hurdles and obstacles that you found being an Amazon seller.
That's amazing, because this is exactly when I saw those numbers and I tried to understand what is causing that. I believe that these numbers are connected to human needs. So I took the one that I think who is the best expert for that. This is Tony Robbins and his 6 human needs. I wanted to say that we are really good friends, but it's only from my side. So he doesn't know who I am. So I took his 6 needs and I manipulate them in order to understand Amazon and the needs. So do you want me to just jump to the first need?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So feel free to stop me whenever you want. So the first need will be certainty. And it means the certainty that you can avoid originally some kind of a pain if you know where you're going. And when sellers come to Amazon, they have a dream to, exactly as you said, immediately be in the first page, to have their product succeed, etc., etc. But they do not understand the process. They do not understand the system, and they do not understand that they need some kind of, circle or friends, mentors, somebody to guide them. So I'm trying to help them with giving them some kind of a solution. I'm not sure if I have all the solution, but I will offer in each point, I will try to offer some solution, if I may. So I would say the first one will be find your passion. there are many tools that offer to find products that will convert, that have some kind of a profit or potential or whatever. I'm not saying anything bad about them. It's really good that these tools exist. However, I would say find product that you like, because if you have some kind of a connection, the customers will understand. You need to have some kind of emotion in the connecting to the product, because customers will understand. If it's just a product that you threw to Amazon, nobody cares. So this is at least the first move that I will do if you go to Amazon. The second thing will be take action, like really massive action. And this is exactly as you said. People think that they will come to Amazon and the gates will be open and they will succeed and everything will happen as they want. But it's not like that.
Right.
And you know what? Every time I am meeting with new customers, I'm always saying the same thing. You need to know that nobody was expecting us. This is the biggest marketplace in the world. This is the biggest store in the world. It's great that we have something, but it's a process. It's a process of learning. It's a process of growing, and you always need it. It's hard, but you always need to keep your eyes on the target. So basically, this is the way I see it. How you get some kind of certainty. At least for me. Oh, but sorry, I don't know if it was from my side.
Yep. No, that's fine. You're fine. You're not. Yeah, you were frozen for a second.
Okay. So the second human need will be the opposite, uncertainty. Because Amazon, the origin of it is the need to deal with the unknown. And funny thing, people say that they like surprises, but it's not true. It's not true. They like the surprise that they want, the surprises that they want. Myself, I'm a bit different because I like some kind of surprises. So this is why I deal with appeals. This is why I'm taking other seller problem and trying to deal with them. I have my own, let's call it, needs to know that I've fixed the hardest problem. I don't know why it's so difficult, but you know what? I preferred it. You know this one, right?
I know that one. Marsha Reese's Stay Well.
Stay Well Copper.
Yep.
So this product and this brand was the way Marsha is calling it in Amazon jail for something like 11 months.
Yep.
And we have managed to fix it. We got. She's writing. And we've managed to fix it. It took us about a month, something like that. And we managed to fix it. And you know what? I cannot even tell you how proud I am to see Marsha's product on Amazon. For me, that's the word. So this is me. But most of the normal people do not like problems. And they are trying to avoid them. It's like a lot of people are commenting. So I hope
we'll get to those questions.
Yeah, okay.
In a bit. Don't worry about that.
No.
That's Kelsey's only job. Yeah.
No. I'm really happy to. But now I have now I know who is uploading the comment. So anyway, I'm also usually commenting. You know that I like this your show. So most of the normal people try to avoid problems. They don't like problems, but they need to understand. And this is me trying to explain beforehand for those who are starting on Amazon. This is part of the ecosystem. It's the cost of doing things. Whenever you have a problem, it doesn't mean something has happened. It's just a stage. It's normal. All seller had problems. You probably had your own things.
Gazillion. It's not if, it's when. But can I add something here?
Sure.
Like we've talked about certainty. Now we're talking about uncertainty. And you might even want to say that uncertainty for an Amazon seller is being resilient. If you do get these emails, yeah, go in the fetal position, but then get back up. So I just call it getting kicked between the legs, and get back up. It's a little bit less painful the next time, then the next time, then the next time, but it's going to happen. And if that's not some type of risk that you're willing to take, Amazon's not for you. Go to a different platform because it's going to happen.
I agree. I totally agree. And there are so many problems, like you're being kicked from index. Your product is being blocked for some reason. It doesn't matter. Don't blame them. Don't blame them for not getting the result. Just trying to understand what happened, and you need to work on that. And you know what? Sometimes even for indexing, if I'm taking the indexing problem, this is a very typical problem, at least for the beginning. It's not an easy fix of you're just changing your it's an on and off. It's not something that you can easily fix. You are fixing it, but then there is a phase of getting your momentum. It's not something that you'll see result within a day or within an hour. So sometimes, people are saying, I've tried everything. You know that?
Right.
I've tried everything. It's not working. No, you have not tried everything. You're just, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, you're just BS yourself. You've tried few things and you failed, but instead of trying more until you find a solution, you're just saying, oh, Amazon are like this and like that. They're not. They're giving you the best platform in the world, and you need to know how to work within it. So this is, as you said, if you are not willing to do the extra work, I'm not sure if this is the right place for you. So don't waste the money, from the beginning. It's part of the Amazon day to day.
And one of the other things too, Nir, is if you're starting out, if you're a new seller, if you've just gone to that course, you've taken a YouTube course or you've paid money for a course, one of the things that I suggest is that you don't go all in 2 feet and get thousands of products. Test the waters. I call it paying your Amazon tax. You're going to get these curveballs coming from Amazon, coming from business in general, if you're not a business person, and you get to learn it on your first product. So I would much rather, and I did that, by the way. I got into soap. I thought, oh, soap's going to sound thousands. Well, guess what? It's under $10. I have to sell thousands, and I make peanuts, and it's an add-on. Like, I had no idea that it would be an add-on. And so I had no idea that it was $465 minimum pick charge, So anyways, these are all things that I learned, and now I've been able to, expand on that. But if you go and you put all your money and your capital into your first product, that might be a mistake too.
It's when you see people that invested everything and then they bought and they're shipping pallets to Amazon and it's not being sold, it's not a good feeling.
Right.
I'm always trying to help, but start exactly as you said. Start. You don't need to, I was thinking about Tears for Fears song. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Rule the world. Woohoo.
Yeah. So I spoke with Kelsey. Maybe we'll have some music or not. Eventually, I decided it's risky with Facebook. But yeah, it's a microcosmos. It's a word. It's the Amazon word. You need to learn the rules and don't jump. Start exactly as you said, Norm. Start, test the water, see if it's working for you. If not, nothing harmed. But at least don't jump with everything you have on your first day.
Right.
However, if you're only into trying to avoid the growth pain, maybe Amazon will not be the place that you will succeed. You need to have some efforts there. It's a curve of learning, and you cannot skip this learning. There is an option. You can hire an expert. You can hire a service provider like myself and others that are coming to you, and it can help you. But there is a cost, of course, because they have done the long way.
So what about that? Service provider, for me, I think it's important that somebody understand the business, go through it, see what the mistakes are, and then, you could ask for a service provider, or if you need to hand off some stuff to a virtual assistant. But to get right into it, your first product, I'd rather see somebody experience it, go through it, get kicked between the legs a few times and understand it before they pass it off to a service if they want to. And managed services, you can see a huge increase in business if you've got the right managed service provider. But some people want to, keep this as a family-owned business and just do it themselves. What are your thoughts on that?
So again, I am a service provider, so I prefer that people will not do mistakes. Having said so, you can start doing things yourself. You need to be very careful. You need to understand the TOS. Amazon TOS is very important to understand, because they do not care if it's your first day or your third day or your first year. They will act, and they will act fast. So understand, don't try, that this is not something I wanted to speak about, but let me do something that I was not about to speak. If you think that you can hide things from Amazon, manipulate, they will not know that you sent some products to your friends or family in order to get some reviews, you're mistaken.
Right.
They will find, they know how to find. We know what they are looking for. We know how they are doing it. We're still not doing it. So if you need to choose your way, do the honest way. It's a long way, but this is a solid way to succeed.
Awesome point.
So where were we? The third.
Well, I think where we are is, I forgot to mention that you have an incredible giveaway for everybody. Well, not for everybody, but a giveaway for someone out there.
Everybody.
Why don't we talk everybody? Okay. What is it?
It's kind of everybody, because I am giving 1 hour of consultation. It can be basically on anything. I think I wrote about listing or something, but we can do whatever the needs are. We will give it 1 hour. Having said so, at the end, I will say, I already wrote to myself that if somebody has a question, it's part of the I call it the Amazon ecosystem hours as let's say as an expert. So if I'm not shy, I'm giving my emails. If somebody needs help, they can approach me. I'm not charging upfront. I'm not saying you need to pay for something. If they have a question, I will help. If it's something that needs a service, then it's something else. But we are answering. This is something I like to do.
Very good. Are you part of our community, by the way? Are you in the Lunch with Norm group, Facebook group?
I believe I am.
Okay, good. So anyways, if you're interested in this, I see a whole bunch of people already putting Wheel of Kelsey. So that's all right, you guys. I got to figure out a new hashtag. But enter hashtag Wheel of Kelsey. And if you tag 2 people, either in the group or outside of the group, you'll get an extra entry. All right. Now, I promise I'm not going to interrupt you.
No. I do want you to interrupt me, and I even asked Kelsey to interrupt, because he said that this topic is also interesting for him as well. So everybody can jump in. It's nicer when it's a conversation.
Oh, hold it. I am going to interrupt you. Kelsey, put up that question. I can't read it that well, but it's something about Black Hat from Jar.
Oh, he's kidding around.
Oh, okay.
no.
I just saw black hat and something
Can
about
we use black
TOS.
hat ways to enter this giveaway? Is it against untrusted TOS?
Send me $20. All right. Let's get back to the topic.
Okay, so the third human need will be significance. And when we're speaking about ourselves, it's the need of feeling unique, important. But when it comes to products, basically, it's the same. Sometimes, sellers usually believe that they will make a difference. I have invented something, this will change the world. I will just enter the Amazon world and everything will be blown away. But this is not how it works. Um, it's not that easy as we already spoke. And if you will choose products based on just the tools that we've discussed that will show you the profit, at least I would suggest that you will choose the products that you feel that are significant to you. Because, and this is kind of, I'm not sure if I will be able to explain it, eventually at one point there is a stage of fear. Something is happening and you need to fight. It's like if you're I forgot the how it's called, but you need to decide if you're running or escaping, something like that. I forgot the exact phrase for that. But if it's something that is significant for you, you will have the motivation. Otherwise, it will be poor motivation to fight. So find something that you like, you have some kind of a connection, and then you will fight to keep it going. And that's why I think this point is very important for us.
Mm-hmm.
And this will cause a huge discussion. There is another human need that is connection or love. And it's let's call it the strong feeling of connection. And that's a point that I hope I will manage to explain, because there is a huge difference between loving your product and falling in love with your product.
Oh gosh, yeah. You're right.
Yeah. You need to be able to love your product, but you also need not to be blind. You need to love your product, but you still need to have like kind of a vision to see if the needs that you think are shared also with your customers. And if you fall in love with your product, you will never see that, because you think, oh, they are mistaken. I am the one who understands. So don't go there. Understand their needs as much as you understand your needs, or at least mix them. Did I manage to
Yeah, I think you nailed it. Basically, for entrepreneurs, small business people, Amazon sellers, falling in love is probably one of the largest mistakes. We all have egos, especially entrepreneurs, big egos. They have passion about their product. And if you don't listen to your customers and check those reviews and make alterations, then you could have a problem. Because let's say this mug, okay, people like I designed this mug. Well, I didn't, Kelsey did, but that beard has to be orange. And maybe people don't want orange. They're saying they want a green beard, but I'm not listening to it because I know what people want. I know what my product is. You've got to be open-minded. Yeah, absolutely. And like you're saying, there's lots of little ways to find out whether people love your product too. Just read the bloody reviews and your competitors' reviews.
Yeah, I'm not speaking about the tricks. I just wanted to, when people are just falling in love, they are being blind. I just saw some comment from Tom Norton, so it's a good opportunity to say, I think it's his birthday today. So happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Tom. Kelsey, you have to sing Tom happy birthday at the end. At the end.
At the end.
Okay.
Okay. So the fifth will be growth, and We are all trying to grow our businesses. Of course, it's very easy to say. However, and we have a plan, but growth is not just about the product. Growth is about, I told you, it's a good opportunity to repeat that. I told you that I am always trying to listen to your podcast, your episode every time. And the funny thing is, I have a kid. He's 5. He used to be 5. Now he's 6 years old, and I'm still listening to your episode. And sometimes I'm responding. It's the time that I live in Israel, so it's the time that he's going to sleep, and I'm reading a book and listening to you and responding, and he knows you because of that.
Oh, that's funny.
And yeah, he likes you. And the reason I insist on doing everything and try not to miss, even though I can see it later on the recording, try not to miss, is it's a part of my growth. Listening to you, listening to that you're bringing. I would never say I know everything, because if you feel that you know everything, you're starting to fail. So listen, learn constantly. And when it comes to physical products, yeah, Marsha is saying something. When it comes to a physical product, it's easy to say, but you always need to be ahead of the curve. You always try to understand the future needs. The current needs is very easy to understand, but the future needs, if you will listen, don't fall in love with the product, try to change things. You already spoke about Sharon, so I will say something about her now. The good thing about her is she will never offer a product as is. She will always find something to do to change it and to make it a bit better. This is
well, that's her specialty.
Yeah, it is. I know she's been working with your team as well, so I'm not going to reveal anything, but still it's good to have the ability to change, to be to dominate something that nobody is there. So this is about growth.
To be open-minded.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Always keep an eye on your competitors, what they are doing. You try never to underestimate them. Even though you think you are better, never leave them without seeing what they are doing. It's so important. And maybe the last thing to say about it, remember that growth is not stable. It's not a line. Sometimes you need to make an effort and then you're decreasing, or something is changing, the market is changing. It will most probably happen a few times, but in the first year, for sure it will happen. It will not grow steadily. So bear in mind, it's part of the things to expect. And the last point is contribution. And maybe one of the most important point. It's about helping, giving, and supporting others. Because it's not everything is about getting value. We also need to give back. This is why you have this amazing group. This is why I have my group. I have my weekly Facebook. This is why people do not know that, but we are constantly helping each other. Not me and you, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We're speaking. We're sharing ideas. There's, I don't know. If you keep everything and you're not contributing to the discussion, then you have your own knowledge, but this is what
some
you have.
Some people keep it close to the chest, but I think the give to get mentality is very powerful.
I agree, and this is why I'm here. This is why I'm listening to Danny. This is why I can speak with Sharon 5 times a day, because I found something, or she found something, or and others. But it's about we are still so happy to find, I don't remember, I will remember soon, but we found something. We found a way to change something, to add to the, add on to the photo. And she was so happy that she found it. So she told me, and I found how they did it. So I told her. So it's about contribution. We are all growing from that, because otherwise nobody would know that. So it's just one thing. But the good thing is this will help you to stay in the game, because it's not just you. If you remember the numbers that we spoke about at the beginning, the Amazon game is not easy game. And if you are part of a group, part of the people, part of any Amazon group, it doesn't matter where. No, it is matter. but if you are part of a group, you will stay in the game, because you will help each other. And this is why I said it before. I'm inviting everyone to approach me. I don't have any problem with sharing my emails. I am giving in my group. I don't mind to give it in here as well. My personal mobile phone. I'm getting SMS. I'm getting everything. So because I'm learning, and it's not, for me, it's not a waste of my time to answer somebody else's question. It's just my way of connecting, and my way of getting help and helping. So I hope this is my way of closing this topic.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a good point. Also, when you start a course or finish a course, that's the other thing, finish the course. It's not just get out there and make money. A thought is go out there and join a few Facebook groups. So there's some really good masterminds out there. You can go out and join, ask questions, get answers. And probably your next step, a lot of people will approach me and say they want one-to-one coaching. And I typically, very rarely will do one-to-one coaching. It's probably better and save way more money to join in a mentoring group. And I have to be absolutely transparent here, and I'm not pushing anything, but I do have a mentoring group where and a lot of people on this call I can see are in that group. It's a paid service, but you get all the experts, you can ask all the questions, and you can grow your business. Your Amazon business. And so many people are scared, like afraid to spend a few dollars, but you can get so much value out of that part of it. So your Amazon growth is actually, education, the Facebook mastermind, and then more education and refinement with the group. And I think those are three areas that could really help any Amazon seller grow. And again, there's plenty out there that you can check out. Ours is one. I'm like with Tim Jordan, and I can see Tom Norton. He's part of our group. But anyways, I highly recommend doing those three things. If you do that, that can help set you up for success. But everything that you talked about today, you went through certainty, uncertainty, like resilience, the significance, the connection, growth, contribution. All of these things contribute to your success. And I guarantee you that if that high majority of people that are not on Amazon, or that are on Amazon but not active, have taken these steps, they could change your business around. And if you're listening and you're one of those people, relaunch your product, relaunch it in a new way. Take a look at your listing. And that's something that happened, excuse me, but that's something that happened like this year. Everything changed with like bullets, the size of your bullets, because of mobile optimization, your back end, HTML. You have to be on top of this. And that's where those masterminds come in, because you'll see the notice. Oh, did you hear? Like the Amazon referral program right now. That's a great opportunity for people to save 10%.
10%. It's and if you're selling a lot, it means a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So anyways, let's just one more. I'll just talk about the giveaway. So we've got a 1-hour consult with Nir. Hashtag Wheel of Kelsey. We'll give you a couple of minutes to. Yeah.
Can I be in the Wheel of Kelsey? I cannot stand the thought that I will not be. I will donate.
You'll probably win.
I hope not.
So anybody who has not been in it, if you're a first-time listener, I see there's a bunch of first-time listeners here. Please enter, and all it is that we have a contest at the end that you could win a free consult with Nir. All right. So what else do we talk about here? What other hurdles? Are there any hurdles that you've seen that that we have to, like, maybe some updates about what's going on? Like I just talked about the uppercase affecting bullets, shorter bullets, mobile optimization. What else do you see?
So many things.
I know.
Was not prepared for that. But
I love throwing people into a corner.
Yeah, but I'm doing it, so I can work with that. You spoke about the 10% of the that you can save, but you need to read the TOS. You need to understand that you cannot manipulate them and being affiliate and trying to get the 10%, because you will be. They will know, as I said, and they will throw you from the Amazon system. So you lose your affiliate account and your seller account. So this is one thing. The second thing is you spoke about the HTML. There is a huge discussion if you can. For sure, you need to remove everything. So there is a discussion if you need to remove the breaks or not. I would suggest try to remove the break. When you are line after line. Anyway, most of us have A+ content, so it's not really it's not really important to have. If you don't have A+, go immediately speak with a lawyer or somebody who is doing it and get your brand registered. If you need help, I can guide you to someone who is doing it. Most probably it will be Yael Kabili. But anyway, she's awesome. She's amazing. But anyway, don't play with Amazon rules. And you know what? If you mention that, read the news. There is a news on Sellers Central. I am reading the news every day. You don't need to read the TOS every week. But at least read the news, because they are saying what they want for you. They are saying, we are planning to do this and that. So if you will read it, then at least you will get all the updates.
Right. Now, Chelsea Cohen over at So Stocked, they put out, and I think I'm using the proper term, a relaxed HTML converter. So you take your HTML, you put it in, just copy and paste, and it will give you what Amazon will accept. So it's a very simple way to do it. And I saw an article that they wrote last week on it. So just go over, check out their blog. I think it's just called HTML Converter, and check it out.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, there we go. Kelsey just put it up. He's on the ball today. Wow.
Yeah.
It's because he's back home. He's tired of living with dad. So
we had a few minutes before everything started, so it was like fire.
Wow.
So I hope I contributed to him as well.
You did. All right. Any final thoughts?
With me?
Yep.
I don't know. Let's see if we have some questions or something we can.
Yep, Kelsey. How about the questions? There's a ton of engagement.
Oh yeah, we got lots of questions. First one from Marcia. Nir, do you know how many sellers are in Amazon jail? I wonder how many sellers are quitting and how many are being delisted.
I don't know, of course, how many sellers are in Amazon jail. I hope it's a self-advertisement, but I hope they will approach us and we'll be able to help them. So
There you go.
don't try.
Okay,
You know what? No, sorry, Kelsey. I do
yeah.
have one thing. It sounds weird coming from me, but I think it's very important to understand it. Maybe Noam, you have something to say about that as well. Amazon has changed a year ago the POA option. Now customers can send Amazon their POA, plan of action. I would strongly suggest not to do it unless you know how to write good POA, because they are looking for fact. There's a way to do it. There is a way how to fix things with Amazon. And I usually say to our customers, it's not it's not what you think. It's the way. It's what they want. It still need to be very accurate. Everything is white hat. Everything. We are not playing with manipulating things,
Yeah.
but you need to work with them according to what they want, what they are looking for, and it's not normal thinking. Sorry that it sounds like that.
Yep.
Okay, sorry, Kels.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, great. I want to read off a couple of like the hurdles that our group has gone through. So Nathan has said, my biggest hurdle was dealing with seller support over a hazmat issue. The incompetence was so bad after 2 months of dealing with them, I was considering abandoning my seller account. So I'm sure many can relate to that.
We feel your pain.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. This is a big one, but we do have a question at the end of this. I guess that our biggest uncertainty as a new seller is finding the right keywords optimization. We tried and are trying Helium 10 and paying for training, but after a few months, we are still slowly sinking. What would be the best advice for getting some keyword optimizations that work? I realize it's a very broad question, but maybe a tip or two or three would help. Thanks. And that's from Jennifer, I believe a new listener as well.
Do you want to take that or should I?
You know what? I know her, so you'll try.
Okay. So one of the things that you can do with at least this is what we do is we create silos. What I mean by silos is separate spreadsheets. Okay, we'll go down and a lot of people that have listened to this podcast before will know the story. But first thing that you have to know with keywords is that there's a buying keyword and a browsing keyword. I always like to use dog, like or pet treats or dog chews. These are things that a pet owner of a dog would be looking for, but has no idea what they're going to buy. A buying keyword would be a bully stick. So that's a product that the owner absolutely wants. But I would be wasting my money if I was using Helium 10, so the Cerebro app. And by the way, let's go back to Cerebro for a second. If you are using Helium 10, make sure that when they give you the competitors, so it'll say select keyword or select competitors, and you'll get a list of 20, make sure the competitors are selling the right product.
Exactly.
If it's a bully stick and rawhide, I'm going to get the wrong information. So if I see 3 bully stick suppliers, let's even go down deeper. If they're odorless bully stick providers, I'll click on these 5 or 6 or 7 and get more accurate information. Then once that comes in, I go to the top and I search the column called search volume, and I start going down. And what you'll see is all the browsing keywords are usually at the top. When you go down for bully sticks, and I know this, it's like 200,000 searches. I would blow my budget instantly if I went into bully sticks. So what we do next is we find 3 or 4 what we called primary long tails. These are longer tail keywords, but have bully stick in it. So I go down and the first one might be odorless bully sticks. Okay. Then I'll go down and I'll find grass-fed bully sticks. So let's say I check 4 of them and they all have good search volume. I'll take each one and I'll put them in the advanced tab for searching. So it'll say advanced filters. Click that, separate the bully stick or grass-fed, bully stick, and then you'll get a report. I save the report by that keyword, grass-fed bully sticks. Saves to my desktop, go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one. Now I just open up the spreadsheet and I'll see what the best search volume is for those long tail keywords. And I'll mix it up because like grass-fed bully stick is still going to cost me, $3 or $4, $5 a click. If I had 12-inch grass-fed bully stick, it'll be very inexpensive. And also, if you're using rebates or search find buy, it'll help you rank a lot quicker with these longer tail keywords. And if you're doing enough PPC to these longer tail keywords, it's also going to help the rank of that primary long tail keyword rise. So that's how we do it in a nutshell.
And you know what? If you will use the long tail and it will convert, and then for the algorithm, it means a good signal, which is really, really good because you will get all the juice.
Right.
Okay, another comment from Daniel. I'm one of these dreamers. I'll start small, test the water, and giving up is absolutely not an option for me. I will build a solid and profitable business. So that's great to hear.
Perfect.
Let me see. Okay, from Red, can we rewrite the listing more often to get the buy box?
So I would say, if you can, try not to change the title. If you can, try not to change. If your product is already working, then try not to make too many changes together. Test things. There is an option now with A/B testing on Amazon. Use it.
But he's brand registered. He's a 3PL, right? So he shouldn't be losing the buy box to begin with.
No, but still, you might be losing some of the indexing when you're making some changes or radical changes. It has a cost. If you feel that everything, you need to change everything, it's not a problem. But the pros and the cons. It's always a good thing.
Yeah. So Rad, if the buy box just disappears and you don't have any hijackers on the listing, it might be that Amazon, like the algorithm, will pick up the best converting.
I didn't understand that he lost the buy box.
Yeah.
So make sure, you know what, we need to understand. You know what, you can approach me and I will have a look.
Yeah. So if your pricing is outside, like either it's too low or too high, the algorithm, just play around with that and you'll see that the buyback box will come back and then start converting at that price range. And then you can start to increase the price. That's one way of doing it.
Sometimes the price can throw you if you're just changing the price. It can be too high or too low, or you're making the change is too big for Amazon.
Yeah.
You lose the buy box.
Right.
Okay, from Gerard. We have fallen in love with our product packaging, but it might not be the right fit for the niche. Can we change it in upcoming inventories on the same listing? Also true for other elements of the product.
100%. Yeah, I mean, the only thing, you don't want to have confusion, right? So what you might want to do is you can continue to sell your product. We've done that with garden shears where they were just like horrible, ugly clamshell packaging and put them into really nice packaging, and there wasn't an issue.
My personal opinion about changing packaging and updating the brands, and the Amazon TOS says you cannot change anything. But I would say if it's a progress, if something that it's a developing of the product, it's normal. Mm-hmm. It's a normal thing, and it's not a problem. So this is my opinion.
If your listing go ahead.
Sorry. As long as you're not manipulating the system, changing the product or something, then of course not.
Yeah. If your present listing sucks and you don't have any reviews, I'd probably just blow it away and relist with the new packaging. I mean, that's a possibility. I don't want to tell anybody what to do, but that is a possibility.
I agree.
Okay.
This is what I would
do. From Olga, at what point, when would you not continue with your product if at first it's not profitable?
There is no answer for that. Make sure that you speak with somebody, make the changes, give it some time. But as I said, don't fall in love with it. If it's not good, then there are some options like liquidation, so you'll not lose the money you have invested, or a good thing to do. Maybe it's a good tip. I don't know if many people knows it, but under Amazon, there is an option of promotion. Nobody's using it anymore, but there isn't a good option. It's called promotion and then social. You're making a social promotion. If you click on influencer, you'll get and you will give a good discount. Then it will help you sell the products.
And so the promotions tag, are you talking about inside Seller Central?
Inside Seller Central, under promotion, there is a social promotion.
Right.
In it, if you will click, you will see a V of offering it to influencers. It's a good option.
Okay, very good. Good tip.
Okay, and our new listener, Larry, Nir, how long does it take to get started, put up a profile, list products, and start selling things?
A day. But you need to have a product. You need to find things. It's not too complicated. You just need to know where you're heading and what you're doing.
Yeah, if you can, Larry, find a product in North America, in the U.S. Right now, it's kind of crazy with shipping costs and timing out of China. If you can find something in the U.S. market, probably get selling. I don't know if there's a 2-week lead time and get product up while that's happening. It takes as much as opening a listing, finding your product, and getting that product into Amazon. So it could take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a month, maybe.
Yeah, it depends. Again, if he has a product or not. But you know what? There's another kind of a tip. I don't know if it's a tip for everyone, but I personally prefer not to have products from China. Of course, now since the COVID, it's just myself. It's just I know everybody else are doing it. It's okay. But there are many options within the US or Mexico, maybe Canada. You can, if you have a border, it might be a bit more expensive, but if you combine the shipping and the product price for production, it might be cheaper.
Right. So, Larry already has a product, so it wouldn't take long at all. Just have to open up a pro account and understand how to put your listing together. And once you do that, you're good to go. Just have to ship it into Amazon. I mean, that's very basic, but yeah.
Okay, great. So we can do one more question from Gerard. I've heard that the title is super, super important. Do you think we want to include maximum keywords or focus clarity?
Me or you?
Go ahead. You're the guest.
So I would say be smart. Have a good title, but don't use keyword stuffing. You're not speaking with computer. You're not speaking. You need to convince the customers about your product. So explain what is the product, and then at the end, if you need and feel that it's a must, add some keywords. But don't do keyword stuffing. It's really old strategy that nobody is. At least we are not using anymore.
Right. Well, I'm the same. So you can use your keywords just like you were saying, Nir, but try to make it for humans. Some of the old, if you go back and you take a look at old Amazon listings, they're just keyword after keyword after keyword. What we're finding now is that it's about engagement. If you can rank for the main keywords, and you have it throughout your listing, different keywords, that'll help you out. And all of a sudden, people are clicking on it because just go to your search your keyword and see what comes up, and you'll still see a lot of 200 character listings that are out there. And just think how refreshing it is, just like the bullets, how refreshing it is to have a one line, less than 160 characters instead of a book.
But be smart. Don't lose too much of the juice.
Okay, great. So if anyone does have any more questions, we can go over and put them into the Facebook group. That's Lunch with Norm, Amazon FBA, and E-commerce Collective. Where is it?
Kels, one thing I just want to be very clear on here is that when we start talking about listings, product opportunities, optimization, this is our opinion. And if you go out there and you do see other options, it's not saying that one's better than the other. There are many different types of optimization. There's different people that have different styles. So, check it out. Maybe one will work better for you than the other. Some people will say do 259 characters. So I just wanted to put that out there.
It's exactly as we said before. If something is not working for you, change it. If this is still not working, change it again. And until you understand what is working for you. It's not, don't be okay.
Perfect. All right. So Kelsey, is it that time?
It's that time. So I know we have a bunch of new listeners here. So on Lunch with Norm podcast, we do something a little different than some other podcasts where we have a giveaway at the end of the show. So Nir has graciously offered a 60-minute consultation. So we're going to head over to the Wheel of Kelsey and get ready, everyone. Here we go.
It's time for the Wheel of Kelsey.
I love it.
All right, here we go. And Larry, I saw your question come in. I will link the Facebook group into the chat, into the comment sections. But yeah, here we go. So I'm going to shuffle these up. Thank you, everyone who entered, and we'll get right into it. 3, 2, 1.
I'm so happy to see so many
the birthday
names.
Song. I can't read that.
Rod.
Hey, Rod.
Oh, all right.
So for those of you who saw 2 names for people, that's not an error. That's if you take 2 people, you get an extra entry too. So I just want to be perfectly clear. I didn't add people twice as a mistake. Just part of the Wheel of Kelsey rules.
I think you have not added me. I suspect.
I didn't.
Uh-oh.
I'll add you next time.
So, Kels, so Larry, you're going to get him the link to the
Facebook. Yeah, I'll post that right now.
Okay.
And you're giving away these products because these are amazing. Usually you are.
So we're giving away Staywell Copper's products. Usually we give away the copper for the back of the phone, which my phone's not in here today. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great.
I have it as well.
Yeah. So, Rad, you're going to love the consult. You can get right into it with Nir. I mean, he's an expert when it comes to Amazon, and he's just going to guide you the proper way. Okay. So, what's that? You hope. Okay, Kels, where are you?
All right, I'm back.
Okay, well, everybody's expecting the happy birthday to Tom Norton.
But I need some help from Nir and Norm. So
Well,
here we go.
I have a terrible voice, but go ahead. You do it.
3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Tom Norton.
Dear Tom. Happy birthday to you.
Okay. There we go.
Happy birthday, Tom Norton.
All right. So Nir, thank you for being on the podcast. We'll get you on again. And I'm not sure what we'll talk about, but we will get you on again.
So many things. And again, I don't know if you're posting it or not later on, but if somebody needs my help, feel free. Can I give my email?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it's near@market-wise, as it's written in here, .com. And if you want, you can find me on Facebook. I have like a blue something circle around me. Feel free to ask, no cost. I am happy to help. So, and thank you, Noam, for inviting me.
No problem. So that's near@market-wise.com.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we've got it in the chat
Exactly.
now. Okay. So thank you again. And on Wednesday, is it Wednesday? It's on Friday. Kelsey, oh my gosh. On Friday, we're going to be joined by Amy Weiss. I just met her down in Vegas. And we're going to be talking about creative marketing techniques for Amazon sellers. So that's going to be, I think it's going to be a really, like Amy, again, she knows her stuff and she's incredibly creative. Okay, now one other big thank you. I wanted to thank .club for being the sponsor of the episode. And for those of you who don't know .club, they're the fastest growing top level domain name out there right now. I use them for my domain, a lot of my domains, soap.club, cigar.club, this.club, that.club. Check it out. They're very inexpensive to have it for a year. I think it's like $1 over at GoDaddy or Namecheap. But yeah, I love it because it represents what we are, a community. So check them out. Now, Kels, any last words?
Okay, so thank you everyone who showed up today and watched the episode. We got a bunch of new people. I think Nir, you could really tell that Nir is passionate about Amazon and what he does, and obviously he's built a great community himself. So that's awesome. I think today was a great episode, kind of talking about more the entrepreneur experience. And yeah, thank you so much everyone who tuned in today. If you are looking for the Facebook group, just search Lunch with Norm, Amazon, FBA, and Ecommerce Collective. And I think you just have to answer 3 questions and then you'll get accepted into the group. And if you're looking for some paid training, or I guess our paid membership program, that is our Patreon, you can go over to the lunchwithnorm.com website and click the paid training area or paid membership, and you'll be able to check out everything we have to offer as like guest lessons. Like we give away a monthly SOP. We do some Wheel of Kelsey's in there. Q&A is a bunch of fun stuff. Yeah, I think that's about it. If you're looking for full episodes, you can go over to our YouTube channel. That's just Norman Farrar, but if you search Lunch with Norm, it will come up. We got over 170 episodes now. So yeah, if it's ever a rainy day, you got something to do with that. But I think that's it.
Perfect. Okay, everybody. So tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, noon Eastern Standard Time. And like I said before, with .club, this is a community, and we appreciate everybody tuning in. We couldn't do it without you, and we will hopefully see you on Friday.
Lunch with Norm.